mano moti ase enso yetimo ase enti aba ebe sore su no nsia na fe final point for no so abetenemu they say your election voice ahaya na yesha ase ama abato akasa medine de papa ntwibu asia ko na wenim say abato ni nyina akire no ayawaso was to ogon one way to omo aba na mu achitarfo ni bidisiani na nya asem ketwa ya ni nyina no ye de beba na fei dum jadwuma ni bi ono nso kwoto aba otu wie ya watwa emfonini no ameno nso ya che no ya ni nyina no ye de beba na OSP so osesen kura Office of the Special Prosecutor kisi ajabia tena ye no ono nso kasa afia bato no setie bia eniema boni ebekomu ni ade no ono nso behwe wotu so sa ensem ni nie ebinum ka ho ne ye de brewo wey aye your election voice ewo enega na so aha top radio 103.1 medini di papa entwibu asiakum dumadi ya de ba nyina no Medimafu Herbal Hospital Dr. Tanda so oboye nchidom dane de nyina me adi dwumadie ebrel Dr. Tanda so abebie na ya asabia no baako e opoku ase mayira na opoku ase mayira unya duru ho a ene enya asem ketwa Medimafu Herbal Hospital de eni kan se oso obi a stroke yade abubu no edinagu ho na stroke no etete no wodi ebra Medimafu Herbal Hospital atnaye ho no mfa eduro enkan yade na stroke yade ni nyina ase entru na ni nyina mu no obi a sasabro tete wo kotodwe yade sisi yade ni nyina no etu so sano odi beduru Medimafu ya asabia ho no nso odinaduro kanwa na enwa nse ase etuo na ni nyina mu no nso no Medimafu ya asabia ya ade awafo amopa wo moba ebeduru ho a odinaduro kamwa na nanam ene se bosumi so amoba no anyinsanie na wawu amankwada ba fie poku asmayira na abehunu ye nkrabatai freye 0244 774 282 0244 774 282 na 0500 727 215 0500 727 215 no mo ajo so na ni nyina mo nso na wo hye nso amayense RTM Services and Training Center pe eni adwumaku o manmu ode na otwemiensa ekiro se de etwi forklift na otwemiensa ekiro se de etwi excavator na otwemiensa ekiro se de etwi wheel loader ompewe na edien na ape RTM Services and Training Center wasanem so de bosome ene na otwemienu ekiro plumbing adwuma wase wawie no a waye mu pabene no ode o se mepese mtu kwan ko abrochira ma bi te se Hungary UK Canada and Czech Republic eno nso obetumi aboa wa moako be fankrata en bi benya kwan nya ntetie bi eye cedi wa ha 100 Ghana cedis NVTI aban age RTM Services and Training Center atum enkran ha hwehwe ma kira kwan e wala pass New Town Station hwa ena sunyane nso no woni Wesley Methodist asafono edi animhwe fra 0503 711 344 0503 711 344 na 0534 045 169 0534 045 169 na 0549 640 948 0549 640 948 na fe RTM Services and Training Center womo ajo eso afi feeder street ne nkwada ni nuane no ane beba so nkwada na ponto ne beba so eti brabe boa ye ne anu anuane papa bro nyada no edidi nuane soche de de no sada no na Top Media Group yenso yesi epono eto pono anu anuane pama nkwada bedibie wo mo ne na montene so no we batan na woni ba bia akora ko woni aduane bi no ama media so wo bra ebe mo obi aduane adi ama mo anom de papa bi aguso esu papa anom bi aguso ama Angel Bakery pan wo de odi bia betwa kokoti am monya bia no nom na kire se no etia no aba na mo nso am sika de beboa yen de ni beso papa mo nso mo betumi de afa momo number so de aba 0597 215 502 0597 215 502 edina beba so ne top media group odi bi ba ye beji ado wase papa mo amudi nuane enso ebeba nam ebeba ne nyina nso ye beji adamu wase enyimaku ani afoforo bi ken ho ana nwumre ye de your election voice ewo enega na so ebrewo top radio 103.1 sima edunkro apanunum ho papa entwibu asia konie abusuya afe yemawuram ne yenkwe na yebawuram no abato komisa ajebo ene ajano ne homframa anya abeduru ya kire se abato kase ade ani mu memene de ye bayia no ni animu no aye mframa edi kan bo no eye abambofo ensentrefoɔ abato adwumayefoɔ ene wɔn a abato bremu ya wɔn nso yɛ adwuma soronko ade boa ɔman yi adwuma ɛna abato komisa yɛ sɛ ene penima da yi etoso mienu yantuaba na abato no amantam edunsia no emu mienu de yantumi antone na nyame adom a yawoda ene beba so epoe mantem mu ɛna anan anase atoe mantem mu eno beba so yawoda na abato no amanfo pii no ahyase esopa abato komisa no se na den na se na adwuma yo no enkeka wane ya dɔso no do ene nsɛntwerɛfo kora me ma nipa duo sei ma ha upetumi akwa ha kwa gibi na me de nkrata bi akɔ aha de no apie enti yɛsɛn bɛyɛ no foforo ahafo de mde kɔɔyɛ serial numbers no ba hu sɛ mfomso abam nti yɛ betwa ne nyina foforo ama amanfo kasa sɛ na den kura ene eba ne sɛ yie titire ne apoe mantem ne atoe mantem de den krata ekɔ a afɛ de koduru ye a amani omeboye ne sɛ enkrata ne bia pie dada ana bibi sase na adan so hwɛ ne ekɔtwero ɛna mo bɛka brofo sɛ eliki ana na adan ne mama bambofo kwan mama nsɛntwerɛfo kwan na mama bato komisa adwumafo no ankasa kwan na wɔn wanyɛ adwuma ne yie sɛ de ɛbɛyi a memene dan no yɛbɛtumi ato aba no ententem ame nyina ho atɔyɛn na animuani mu no sɛ yɛhwɛ mu a sɛ wo hwɛ a enipa no bɛyɛ sɛ empim wa aduasa baako aha ne aduoso enwotwe 131,478 ya kire se enonom eye wahanchichemu no ohunu achiripo ohunu ensom 0.00% ya enom wɔn a ɛtro aba no dodo ewo ɔbɛyɛ bato edi ntwɛnwuma ɔpepedu nwotwe empim ahanso aduanan baako ene wahane aduonum nkro 18,741,154 ena kire se emu se nipa ye wahaduasa baako ahana aduoso nwotwe ekokoto wo mo de soronko no enne ya kire se epoe mantem ni atoe mantem de no eno nka ho a yawadai ena wo mo nso ebeto na sani abato no nhye no esikro no yato eno no penima de toso enum a ade akiri fiada eye ɔman nyina afo fida kase a ebeji ahomie na fe memene da ye nyina yakogirem ewa abato kase ni mu na sabrain yankan kyerem se aba we no ayato no nya de ebekenkan we yankenkan emu obi nhunu de wanya di bibi ana we na chen we ana we na chen we da bi enaka no yatutum na obia de ne kredo atum bi ne de akogya prosifo bo ho ban ya yato memene da de no wie a ansana yakenkan ni nyina de afra omamu nyina ede no na yafutu afra na yakani nyina de abom yenko emiamia hodo na yanye amanebo no se nonum ba yeyi a abato na ba wieye wo mu ekogina mu ma amanyoku ahodo wo mu ekogina mu ma nipa ahodo a epere enkomo ben na wo mu ne wo mu didie Isaac Osei we adai kusi Isaac kusi adai o Tachiman yani no eni enkomo kakra apani wuti enka top radios ni emu adwo na o ti say
Uwa muhuye meje bi so muhuye
nyame adum ye hoye pa ye hoye aha na abatwo no ene wode wani di akire kakra
mede mani di akire pa free anota no so be bono fa na me wo ha e se me no ka so me police station me baby come and live there touching myself aye we to peaceful maybe we are or more ka na ma bo mo no go see police station ti bi akoso kama o touching myself ya
na osha efra no pano a wo mu ehya ase se ye to aba no efa na wi ani mu abesi anwumere no na amanfo aho keka to sen
me da so fa the kanoma ehya ni na the tell go but my start when say na due to change lessons we have one of the hottest sports in Ghana. It's an upon expectations are very high and upon a bonus so came two sessions no you and almost here na interesting in the American is a very security zone or more trouble or that's a municipal police station. Police stations, you know, like I said, A and B. Now, A no or more or mama or choir and now Joe Martinez with me at Trabano. I hear any of the new Anson, a year mature 627 police station, A no, on a mama or choir for mutinate trauma. Now, you and about to so no, we are not like a way and I do a more kindly. They hear more, and what number 12 bar, the BNC, I come on. I hear normally at the CNI 664, and I'm making the trauma, but that is the register massive turnout, and our communication do this way. And it's more, I'm making a trouble, and 626, and so we are not 664, and I'm making a tour, and I think I entered coincident that we are 564, to come in now, 1,128 from 1,253. These are roughly mathematically we are number trap and baby 125. These are number to the matter of Henry and one must turn out lesson. So I incident fear, Bolivian fear, platform so much of security for your Madumakama, platform so much collaborative with the use of Kama as a man, Bolivian fear or Tatiman starter. I am relatively peaceful. This is what I can report from Tatiman South Constituency.
Na stakeholder agents make sure talking as a party agents independent for untina am stakeholder agents no wo no so no ma ho keka te sen agent ejirejire mu ma wo mo a pretty bre
okay ani bi ko afi ameka no so no be petit ma ha bi okay party agents mu ba no NPP NDC Movement for Change and new force and a buyer. No more mama the meaning of the pass me area me dana I be election and area I clamas no more about the and the movement no ma can the beans ya I mean so among buyers and ko peti kan be be na amutuwe din ko mo kama amuni so so e ko peti kama abon beans be na de kan na so ne mo and what she and mama and na me about
oh eyepa it is say no about one berry no enaka no mo de ko hene
and that's one of the usual practice no about the equipment so no ka say police car ba be here or over materials no at the accord design police station for safekeeping and the party for na over date of about one who mo to about the car obi atia get tomorrow mo na church na kama say police car here appeal from so about change that for now so money to mu money some be a block so so emotion our and to be on another police station for safekeeping na so that you know on the election day you be can ba no be no account no matter when do you can you decide there I'm go copy for so no ko be ban
yeda se pa Isaac Adekusi say oni top radio akasa e we election voice so yeda se
yo anti la match what say I cannot be the council Diana really from a credible source never Bolivia see abia kama na get man house no so I'm not working high sports possible not be very peaceful I was on the eve of election day so no be very peaceful so that I peaceful
Isaac Kusia de wuni abongo a wo abongo wuni mampabo e friend abongo no
oh no me cross board
enti Saudi na yira akopegu na memne da de se de obesi akiri no memne da ena de de abo asuru no
so we kata na guarantee ni mo
ekume ejina so akwa bi ka bo bi ko todwa ni mo si wi na msi wi na abeka
we people of Baba for one of family I'm not I'm not to go to my jail no jina so And the winning down the one by
I abrofo friend guarantee no es we gina guarantee so yeah that's enti e be ba me da ya to aso Isaac Adey Kusini yate ne nkafiri bunu epo e mantemu tachiman titire na wode we aba ni enko na na fada mache me wafasi nso wo ayewaso central ha ATTC fada mache ya mu akwaba
majo so fa
na baby awo ATTC no ehwote sen abane ba wieye ede na amanfo keka ede na anigye na ewo ho no tie bi entie bi
fa medase bi masom ewo ATTC na ha ayawaso central no fa ye shatie dia na e ba shatie ede fi ni Opa ayawaso central ha ewo ATTC nam police station no any price some to about police station no 382 and some to about 382 and some to about ha dance now ba police station bi so 381 and some to about o kan ni na boma total no 753 and some to about police station and police station na the tia de amato abano nina area ye say 10 out no enipa nina etimi batoye ana se go ha omo ntimi ama ameto special vote ni de ho ene wo si a na wo hwe environment no so bi am aboti for 24 apa abejina ha so mo monitor se ballot box ni enipa kwa ba mi bi ntimi me fa nto no ho en ko ba bia na be bi ha so abehu se NPP NDC and other parties na kani ni na no obi agent ewa ha omodi overseeing numbers ana se ne me de pili ana dia channel so NPP for we na omodi share so NDC na omodi share so and agent omubu so omoye ejuma na oke environment now tin tama fruit ni ba ebe hwe kwanya omofa so omo film so na dance die ntinu obi enfa 3 enkodane obi 9 ewa ha na menu ka say die insight ni aka ayawa so NDC one organizer ewa ha me say menu ni nkoma ayawa so woman organizer central woman organizer wa mbata ni nkoma kakra amba top so ma me pa cho mo kwa ba do ba top so yenye ma mo to say we pa I'm saying ayawa central ha ATTC police station A and B no oba ha no observant ni ma be fair na say so adini die bibia chro distance NDC facility bibia unhwe atmosphere na hu ne ma yekoso ha bibia chete NDC fa ene MP ba na ne hu odo panike na chete enye kura ne mi hu ya ni fe ye man ko foto mun ko to aba na mun na mun be bitika ba enu ko so ye fa chi omo enti ne e ko suidi bibia che
fada mache
ye honorable incoming MP wafa
fada mache mpacho bisama me na ma me se hwan ne ma hwan no musika so omo nkoto aba no omu ntwa
ma wasma nipa na okotu ye na watwa no wo shefin na chese ye MP na ma wa ye fa wo adanse so wonne ma wo musika se wo mu nkotoro mu ntwa mekere na nipa ni twa na ehu bebi a oto abane kwa na ekere se wan na emane tu
enti na kere se obi na kan se wa mani sika enti won ko yesa na wo ntwa mekere
tu wa ko di sika na se ehu bebi a oto abane fa na ekere se nipa na oto fa ko ne ho no a wo twa no na ebe ma usika no
enti wo hu se e mani sika
Opa eno na ayawa so central woman organizer de ma NDC wotimi atremu wa ha na tumi sama so be na for wa ha e jam pese me ni afani ba ko so eni enfomo na rimsa no senia na ma me fa kana sem ba ko enti me ma
nkasa
anapani me so election no e wa ha no e very peaceful because NDC for no ya comport ye ho pa na dia e ba wo nchen a woni sade ni ba wo nchen no there is no way say we rush koji nti ya to yebo ne ekoso nyina no ye wa botre because ye nim say ikunidie do ye dia Offer any idea a woman organized my NDC. I was assistant to an
Father Mache, answer number was me, but a party agent, no. Why I hear phone and they were
party agent for the ultimate almost so year on my Juma may be here into Yakadani, who can make a crab man, I me, and no between community me, Aji, Amanodo, SM. But I'm coming on when I'm a bit about being to Ninkomo, may me come to say, and I'm a pay on the hand. It's my boss, you wasn't about the radio. So, yeah, I'm a over here, telling you, especially with your customer about anything. Oh, she said, I had a several call. Then said, Obi baby, so far you know, my no ABR, I know, any problem. Obi baby, I, but one or two things are not even say problem. We say, I think for immigration officers, the officers by and not almost Modini. Modini, do the vote here. I know one goes at a Roman Catholic. The other one is Malata and Kotobabi. They or more, but they are officers who are supposed to have voted today. But because they didn't find their names here, definitely they might have made their votes. We don't know where they are voting, where they are heading towards with their vote. But sure, they can't exercise their franchise only if they will not be stationed in Accra here. Now, who knows where they will station? Because if you are stationed in a police station, you are supposed to spend throughout the day. So how do you leave that place with the excuse that you are going to do? There will not be a replacement. That's where the problem is. Aside that, we have not had any problem with regards to how voting is done here. Yeah. Now, if I'm a part of it, I wasn't say be an adjacent ballot box will be the journey and after the problem of what I related to voting here. Some officers which you know better, but trying to take pictures. You know better like how. So, as an officer, you know that these are the rules, the do's and don'ts, governing elections. There is no way, it is never in any of our states or electoral states that when you vote, you should take picture of your vote. It is not that, and they are trained to do that. So, assuming without conceiving that you are an officer, you understand, and voting day where you are stationed and you see me.
Joe, yeah, that's it.
Waiting and taking my picture with my book. What will you do? That is where the problem is.
Father Mache, me no must say. Ya wada na afi memene da ya san tro akese no so nti Father Mache ya beda se fo ani bi akire e bi e be san frɛ wan san na adwumadi ada awieye da yenhuru se ade ne nyina kwa prosifo no akachi ana se de etie Father ya da se pa eni Father Mache ne yete ne nka efri ATTC kokomlemle ha yi ada ɛhɔ ɛna enka hanso ayawa so central special voting no ebi ekoso ya kyerese emunsem no na ode eba aha your election voice kyerese aha na abatro kasa ewo enega na so top radio 103.1 so nyesima aduasa nwotwe apa no num ho yenko na yenkodi enkomo e wa santimem ye ne set apia kobi eni enkomo set apia kubi eni enkomo wa santimem set what yenka top radio so your election voice ye mo akwaba na asantibemu ekumase efa hin no omoto omo de no special voting no
special voting dia omoto no constituency ni na
na ehene na akoye
ena de mani fa tafo de mani fa faga so de mani so efa aspas kakra na sisi eno ka se de wasa batafo ahono bi am no de nkomo
eni entie baabi akwa anopa na afi emewie tafo ho awugina yi
okay na baabi akoye enyina no results wa if you want to expect peaceful election the referee na say ya sumbi election and referee it an say because I bia is center bi o continent one and the antizo to the bia for say you be akoso enye and answer for bia enti asumbi ɛna yɛde ɛto aba no ɛnɛ dɛ ɛbi biara a ɔsɛ obi akɔ gyina na ɔto namba ɔkɔɛ deɛ wafo a na obi sɛ nipa baako yɛ nibu a ɔkɔ center no ebi a ɔmudi anim na ɛnyɛ sɛ ebi a isi pɛ ɛna ɛdi di ɛfim ati ebi registration no ɔmo credentials anti yan content ɔmo ntia fɔ ɔmo di anka ho ɛna na ɛyɛ barrier ɛba ɛnɛ dɛ apart from that no yante sɛ obi ni bia asi ɛna fɛ so bia sɛ ɔkɔ ebi sɛ ebi anim ebi ɔsɛ commercial ne bi a consultation bia obi a comport no yɛkɔ yɛ ne bi no ɔtwɛ 7 November ɔbɛkɔ the puri or center akɔto aba fɛfɛɛfɛ ɛno ɛne deɛ epi wɔn asantuma nkɛmua no ne ka sɛ deɛ abato yi nyinaa akɔ awie a nsi officials apa komuniama ɛde afi center no dodoɔ na ɛde ɛkɔ bea a wɔde ɛkorɔ ɔpem sɛ ɛkɔtwɛn ɛwɔ the 7 December no so no na results pa anaa the whole nation na rapɔtoɔ ne atwɛn ɛwɔ results a wɔfiri apa.
Setapia could be a bra easy balloting no. Asoma ne nkɔfoɔ kan sɛ nipa du mmiɛnsa de adɛn ɔmo kɔ pere mampɛni adwa yɛnhyɛ baabi a akɔ nyinaa no saa nipa du mmiɛnsa no obiara wɔ anamusini wɔ hɔ agent ɛwɔ hɔ
ina adeɛ baako a nimiti tire nɔfumani anto pɛmpansha no ma ahwɛsɛ agent nyinaa tɛɛti nyinaa ɛwɔ around but deɛ ɛyɛ major a ɛyɛ NDC MPP tada ɛna afei ɛyɛ UPP ɛne omu a ɔmo tɛn dada ne deɛ dodoɔ na nkɔfoɔ ɛwɔ hɔnom nanso ma ahwɛ sɛ ɛkɛɛkyi nyinaa agents ɛwɔ hɔ ne deɛ mamadi akɔ ho saa ne teɛ.
Na baabi a yɛagye amaneɛ firi nyinaa nsa na aba akyerɛ sɛ baabi wɔ hɔnom a obi to aba no a na afei wasen atwa mfonyini so wɔde kɔkyerɛ agyedie ni o baabi akɔɔyɛ nso na nsɛm bi ɛte saa te sɛn.
sɛ na medi ka akyerɛ mu yante wɔn sɛ saa nipa da kofa ba na akɔmba sɛ ebinom ɛnte mu ho ase na ɛma nante mu ho ase bi asɔre baabi yɛwu bi ɛwɔ mfidie so sɛ ebi atwa ɛde ɛkyerɛ deɛ nanso bɛyɛ mekɔ ebi ebi ɛnti hɔnom sɛ ebi atwa ɛwɔ hɔnom ɛde akyerɛ sɛ etu mu asomasi anamtu mu asomasi ebi okɔ gyina box no mu bia ɛto aba no sɛneɛ ɔwɔsɔ ɔtoɔ ɛde kɔhyɛ ɛyɛ box no mu fɛfɛɛfɛ adaka no bɛfɛɛfɛ a one show and through be as a tomorrow and I'm tomorrow one trust amu bia because I anti be as a every campaign
na one thing so say bia obi buy behwe ni dini mai ka kire nse udini nim
eno de egu honum be egu honum but one thing is obi a ho ya ni enu bia no wachi ase e comport no ho e di achi nse e bia na bi na manamba ɔtwɛn ɛyɛ 7 for no ɔkɔto naba baako yɛ no reason ne sɛ ebi wɔn ma ne credentials no etumi ankɔdu nsifoɔ nsɛm ntɛm etumi ntumi ankɔ bi anka ɛyɛ ɔmo ho ɛno na ɛyɛ wɔn ntena ɛyɛ barrier apart from that yante bɔnne biara sɛ ebi a onyɛ asemasi nti ɛyi bi afirim anaasɛ bi a ebi so nti ɛyi bi afirim ɛbi da.
Na se bia obi nso bɛtoɔ na ɔbaeɛ a yɛse na sɛ watoro dada o wɔsementoe na sɛ obi na akɔto wɔ ne dini mu ɛno nso wante bi
ba so da bi ebi anti ebi anti dia na wɔn sɛ abatɔ deɛ ɛba se a yɛni ni sɛ ipasmasi ɛkɔtɔ ama wei ipasmasi yi na ɛdɛ ɔkɔtɔ ba no ɛno na saa akɔyɛ sɛ pise magnetically yàrá ìbúrú yìí náà kyerɛ sɛ owó ebi ɛsɛ o pass na ɛsɛ ebi ɔkɔtɔ ama wei ebi ɔkɔtɔ ama wei ɛne wa ntia no wɔ hɔ apart from that yante sɛ ebi a wei ɛkɔtɔ na watu baako na ɔkɔtɔ ɛfɔ ana ebi obi ato wɔn anim nti ɛdaabi ebi saa ɛnti bia mi kɔ nyinara.
Dasepa sɛ tapi akubi ntie wei deɛ ɛyi mpaboa bi deɛ kumekume anaasɛ abongo pebi hyɛ na memene da ɛno na ade bɛyɛ adwuma kɛseɛ no wate.
Saa na tie ɛde aboa yɛ ho sɛ ne adwuma ne tie no ɔsi aboa yɛ ho to ana ɛde ku fesi wɔ no.
Yɛ dasepa sɛ tapi akubi na abusua ɛnna di nkɔmɔ afiri asantemamu na your election voice so nie ha na abatro kasa top radio 103.1 so ene Ghana special edition na yenko na yekɔ bɔko apa east region na yene Samuel Simon Alega Simiga adi enkomo Simon ye sire mrofo nko an worisa na yenhwɛ so no nso how far na wa monitor special voting yi Akodru. Simon Alega Simigati Enka, good evening and welcome to Top News.
Good evening and evening to our cherished listeners across the country, Ghana.
What do you have for us and our listeners here in Accra concerning the special voting exercise?
So far, so good. As I told you in the morning that there were some disturbances in order to stop the special voting, but the military were tasked to bring the situation calm. So 3 people were arrested in connection to the switching this morning around 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. And then they were sent to Bolega, Tanga, the regional capital, for further interrogation. The regional police command, ACOP, Raymond Ali, made it disclosed to us that gunshots can never prevent the voting process in the Boku Central so far as he and his men are still around. 526 special voters were expected to cast their vote today, but we had only 405 who made it to the polling station to cast their vote. So meaning 121 were not able to make the list. We interviewed the electoral commissioner and they said they are not surprised because for the past weeks some have fled and left the town, and there have also been some people that they have recorded not less than 15 to 20 people have lost their life, and they are also of that of the voting age. It might also that because of the gunshot some have run away, or because some have also died. That's why 121 were not able to make it to the Boku police station polling center. But aside from that, the process has been very, very smooth because there were about 1,000 military personnel in the Boku Central, not in the police station, but they were at the battlefield where these gunmen always hide to sneak and commit the atrocities. A guy who believed to be 36 years old was arrested with live ammunition in his pocket, and it was due to the vigilance of the security. So I think Boku today, it was very good. So far, so good.
Were the candidates' agents conducting themselves in a very good manner?
Honorable Paul Agobre Alale happens to be the new Patriotic Party parliamentary candidate. He came with some of the special voters and he spoke to us that he have the full view that he's winning the Boku Central constituency. He's unseating Honorable Mahama Ayarga, who have been on the seat for the past 20 years and still hoping to add another 4 years. So Honorable Mama Ayarga were not able to make it to the center, but his opponents were able to make it to the center to observe. The APC, Dr. Hassan Ayarga, this is his constituency, even though he was not there, but his people were there and were also fortunate to interview him. And he said he is hoping that even if he didn't get anything at all, he should win the Boku Central constituency seat for the APC.
And which party or independent candidates' agents did you find them at the voting centers?
Yes, it's only the parliamentary side. We have only 3, but the presidential side, apart from the ruling government and then the National Democratic Congress, we had the APC and that of a movement for change, Alan Movement for Change agents were also seen, and they even detected that some ballot papers out of, they were supposed to be 100, some were counting 102, 101, and some serious numbers were not matching as around 11 a.m. So due to that, some people, I mean the EC came and then all these things were sorted out.
Oh, so were their argument accepted and solved by the officials?
Yes, they raised the alarm and then the National Democratic Congress saw it, and then the EC came and all of them in agreement settled the situation peacefully without any hindrance.
Oh, okay. Apart from that incident, were there any other incident you can report of?
Not at all for now. Not at all.
Then we'll urge you to find Mpabuebi de Abongo anase ekumekume. That guarantee a shoe. Have you seen that shoe? Find one. Find one.
Wearing one of that.
Find one so that Saturday. And on the other Benante, the whole of the Upper East region, enclave for a credible report. Why, we will thank you for this report. In the
Pusga constituency, when I made a visit there, the former NDC parliamentary candidate accused his opponent of vote buying, and he shared with us some pictorial evidences he has seen that he was not happy with. And then he went further to say that he is calling on state securities to arrest the MPP parliamentary candidate for vote buying. Some 3 people's names were missing on the special voter register, and they were agitating and they were calling that this thing is a plan by the ruling government to disfranchise them. So I think their claims were later found out that when they applied, they were not given the opportunity to vote on the special voting day. So their names were rather sent back to their original polling station.
Simon, before you leave us, we know that Boko is a bit closer to Walewale. Is that right?
Boku and Walewale is not all that closer, but I picked intelligence about the fire service personnel that was arrested due to the photographing of the ballot paper.
Exactly. You are a very sharp reporter. What was exactly the incident?
What my colleague reporter told me is that some of them have made it a bond that if they snap, they must show evidence because, excuse me to say, because of that vote buying I was telling you about the Pusuga, they want to confirm that they have really voted for this presidential or parliamentary candidate, and they really want them to see it. I think that was the reason why the fire service personnel have to take a photograph of his vote, and then the police were able to track and arrest him accordingly.
Do you have any information about his whereabouts now? Where is he?
He is currently with the Northeast Regional Police Command, and from the NDC, they were saying that, Walewale happens to be the vice president, and the vice president whom they were saying that it was some kind of threat that if anybody did not vote and Bawumia Barada Jomama in the Walewale, that person will be traced. So this particular fire serviceman wanted to protect his life. That's why he has to snap it so that in case of accountability, he can show to the people that really he didn't go according to what the people of Walewale had wanted. This is the intelligence I picked from the NDC camp in Walewale. And
per your information, which candidate did he vote for?
Per my information, he voted for the MPP presidential candidate, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
So in that case, was the ballot rejected or inducted into the main pool?
The ballot, after he did that, he already kept it in. But when he came and was rather showing the pictures, that was where the police have to take him.
Oh, okay.
So the ballot was already put in. But what was going on after this, I will find out, and subsequent bulletins, I will update you accordingly.
Okay, Simon, this one is an election baptism. We have baptized you. So Saturday will be the main exercise. So keep your eyes on the elections as we are getting closer to Saturday. We'll come back for you to give us more detailed report. Thank you, Simon.
We thank you, and we thank our listeners to always stay on Top Radio for quality news all the time.
Yeah, that's it. Awusu Simon alega simigani ene di nkomo every boko. E na chere se boko nso no nipa dodo na wo se tro aba no be se 600 ni akire no. Ekowi ase mu be se 125 wantumi antro. na oboye mu amania entam yenko na yesa bankran ha na yene Adam Sabu edi enkomo we die oye NPP Greater Accra Regional Director of Communications yene ni nkomo kakra. Adam Sabu uti enka election voice sunu ye wo top radio enega so yema good evening.
Mejo so minua
na mo te sen
bete mo nka ache
an se eya won hwehwe yen
alato mo na mo hwehwe me
yen yen hwehwe wo se de ye fie nie
na mo fe me na ma ba so mo fe me na ba
sanka wo ho anu ato ava efia de se wo fie
wa ka ma te
enti wo betumi ababere bia why mo ni bia nim na en special voting no wotumi de wani di akire kakra
metumi di akire kakra de na de me man to fidie so ntia etie fo nyina na mentia we so na menua ima of course data Accra petem no there I think so far so good because the reports are yanya so far no so we share total expected food cast no any next around 3 p.m. that way now the Omar cast on vote almost all of them were around 70-80% and the rest. And then you can also see the kind of enthusiasm. Yeah, security for ne, yeah, some draw for the umber making sure say election will know. Ebeko pepe no. Among us I show good example. And generally to it be very peaceful. And very cordial, of course. Not even I'm yet to record any incident, except I may TBB from Western North, Akando. I know complaining say it's like he has said that the security be banning on chairs here on the police for. But I think it's unhealthy around this time to start saying this as a leader, especially when you come on air and be saying this. Of course, if you have a genuine concern of security matters, you are a lawmaker. You know the appropriate. When you be there, say okay. Now, for us, and to penny then Shannon can say over bedroom. Now, because I say, "Oh, just says a bamboo for a pandas or man, yeah, only on board the base. Any now, I am sure you are the ABC or conscience, you know, a bit more could be Pia. I think some penny wash no money and Casa, and Casa, especially around this time. Young man, you and any IS idea. Young man cost so and then IS idea. And so, the Abbas are not there. I believe so, but besides one of the constituents, I have not heard of any complaint anywhere. I've not heard of any bad news anywhere. And I think I say young prison, young bomb about more media and security no. And must show you a good example. Must set the peace that comes Saturday. Young control and said, I'm also to Abano. And some more on soon came, and to me to Abano. I was with you. And so far, I think so good. And what I'm also getting is I may seem to take him commodity kakra. As a Dr. Baumia, so far so good for him.
Hello, Adam Sabu.
Yes, hello.
It's no, Greater Accra Regional Director of Communications (NPP). Constituency communicators no. Kwabena Owusu Agyemang of special voting ho. Minim se bia na utumi call centers ni nyina ade.
That's what I'm saying. No? In fact, what we rather put across is that if there are issues immediately, say I'm friendly, no more say they let me address issues. But if there are no issues, they get the general one. No? I'm monitoring where I have problem. Then I'll call you, the communication officer, to give me. But fortunately, from the American, there was no issue. There was no, for instance, like what happened in Western North. Okay, Greater Accra, a friend with communication officer, and I'm what they call it, eyewitness, I deal with details of what actually happened there. But we never recorded any such incident.
I also West Wogon, ATTC, Hakukumlemle, number and call for monitor elections, Namamu.
Yes, I think not all the polling agents, and I'm more linked. I will have linked with my communication officers. Yes, in the various constituencies. So it will be based on maybe if there's an incident where he was at that time or where me myself I was at that time.
Now, your mammy be Kase Numre, a reporter or na so why sampling of Enkofo who are doing China Mamino or just this women organizer, I was West will go on her and watch us.
Is it Roman Reed side? Is it fence Jolo? And I say I believe which part of Iowa West?
No Krenie, me name the Dino. Na as someone what can I say?
Yes.
Obi ababa tuaba ma otoye no watwa ma mo candidate owo Iowa West yi wo go ha ama kire se wasen atwa emfonire ne de a kire na osusu se bia mama ni sikanti Iowa Central ha kafra Iowa Central kokomlemle ha enti no osusu se bia mo candidate na ama ni sika na MPP for mama nkofo sika so omo to a omo ntwa me kire bibisa akoso amoate.
Well, this is the first time I meet CSR as a person, but this is not new in our. This although we've always I say who want to do one ever check a car on for quarantine now will be a farmer. So this is an exceptional case, unless of course one can say it was one of too many. You better say yeah, then there's something behind it. But say one person here now there now. I don't know what my conclusion said. And I'm saying for crying, and quite apart from that, so the caliber of people we are expecting, no, say, I'm now. I mean, are not people that can be cajoled or that can be controlled or maybe, how do I say, try to influence or something of that sort. So I believe that it is on her own volition and on why, and I say they are based on it or being, and I say, for sure, the question of say, some catches and better as matter. Maybe because the candidate is not only connection with the candidate at all. Only link with the candidate, but it is with her and her friends or her spouse or family. So, I mean, until you dig into the matter, you don't draw conclusions. But nonetheless, that is not a good act. You are best able to me, I stay away from such acts, you know.
Na Adam Sabu, when you win ye, you don't know who's about me and Elidie.
And I make an say we are politicians, and I press a penny, wouldn't it? We are both the Boga said, so about 20. And the man, who are so one, and so one sense in the Pia, Boston Supertop, and Palton and Swap.
Na I also was to go so Mammy Lydia Sarah Malasa, and we are no watcher or Chebi Benkun na John Dumelonso di Binam Nifa. Na about what does I know yet to meet church and we are no polling stations are.
No, that one, of course, it is not a problem. The Kaipa said, no, me, I send a secretary, and I send a concern secretary. Metimiko police station, I come NDC candidates, no. I was so much in my comedy answer. Member, me made this candidates, now my MP for the PS4. So that one, it's unless, of course, there is a channel or the influencing votes. That is where they are. But I said, for far back. Come to a moment to some better one number 12 and I'm up. That's only be none and the minimum try out the man and friends and I wait in a minute. And so what can't be a but if of course there's an act I express or person influencing the fruit, then that one of course that's a crime.
Adam Sabia, that's on the top radio Akasa.
I'm a small that's it, and I put your money.
Where your election voice Hana about to Wakasa, our top radio 103.1. So, Enegan and if Rasiantem Crania de every ya. Nina for special vote in a course we know. And not just a berry ye na ye a moon comodian na ye Professor Johan Sata. Or no, among your sempens in Pense Moody, Pape, Wabenepa, and ne was say special voting no. What near the chili papa when someone watch Rogu Krata no. Yenhwe so betumi mponi ya wia prof oti enka top radios ni ya mwadwo election voice so
ya amfa president ya chief for for efficacy so internet about information
ya da sepa special voting shase anopa nonso inonum ya na ba wieye prof mejide se wodi wani adidi di nsemi bi achi de wadu ani ahunu fili de ne nam social media so de radio so wotie ne de TV so hunu o kan nyina afua se political analyst no o pense mu sen
ni na manka ni che wotie ku na nsubi na manka se go special meeting we are calling na any from
na say you chi we ni hwe me kakra and I'm say special voting no omo eda ye to aba no enam djuma sumbi amu djinti no ntumi nya akonya enkomo police station koto enam so mo ntwentwefo afrafo ne babamofo omo oman mu amotu ahwe ye so ma eti ato aba no ntimi nka me kwan na ye kwan papa but say ya me ka say me anga say electoral commission ni die me hon tine me wono ho because nyamu ye bia no me anga say be ya na no problems kakra ewo ho na no bi o ho nkiti bi o ho a so bi ansisi asamba ko amti ya eya me won kakra na say no kredi a tanya me nso ni ze mo central for the nyanya mo kredi na sabi eya no kredi but nyamo kan no ebi na ni dia chira say be bia report ya na say eya no kredi and me say me say security service be treat the nyanko idea no mo sabe ko to aba bado motiye
yam suatini hu aye pemu no kratie
in fact sasafan we yesia na ye friend saying ebe ya sefin pa na se omo mbo ye ho bambofo na se saje we tuisi we ni ende na nka be wawa na mo fo ni nje akire na mo maye hu na me kwa wo mu emi ne esi ya nkasa na se no kwa ni sa so mo esi ya sa ba mo fo no de na ya ya omo unse social media ye hu ambulance na we no for bi sabi ambulance je we ni pe bi fa ayafo but egotia and the chicken go na nka social media asrafo ni media fo na mu ye de nka mu de sabi mo na ye pe ye we fi mo nka tika de de kwa de o mabatu sa ne mo we ebi nso sa ne ye titi ye no se koso sa de a nya ende 7 December no ebe ye hu kakra o
na prof what nso say western ne eastern region de no koduru ye na omo say nkrata na leaki enti na wo say ye hold on ansa na ya woda ye be ye reprinting wie ye recounting wie hu se bibia ba no a ya woda yakoto we are security and a political analyst we who should saying
me Libya wo electoral commission we mu a Libya no yetri na ma Libya no confirm electoral commission we ma I say anam so no I go kasa on to be cabinet no e no ni go ha ya o fi say Ghana no o ya media na mi open all ye to be frank with you say Western ne Eastern region ye de fiye e ma ni tiri likiye adenti e na sa likije ye bai no mo anso na sa likije ye bai in fact my special voting crowd likiye in a general election electoral commission and it may be a new deal of my way about 2 months, you know. And yeah, na say, see, no more back of the well, moving near the that's a major you.
Na prof answer na special voting beba so say what yes na no omode omo ballot papers yi ekọ various regions na o meka say regions mienu se bunu ho ba bie na voter womo and serial numbers no emfumso ba mu enti ya jenkrata ni nyina na ya hye no se ya be print foforo de yakọ ya print wie de koye no amane omsan de ba nze voter region no constituencies be se 5 bi womo nso de no short force abem anso enti ye printed de yakoso so panyini
media electoral commission ye na no me majinu no eye na so mo ye na so mo tuda wa no mo ye sa nyama no mo ye na no it is a calculated attempt to be unfair to a political party called NDC.
Adentia, Prof. Adentia.
Voter regime. A limited do a trouble voter regime and no a to NDC. About the saying a Shanti regime. Sabi, any greater car regime. Vote a voter a unical boss, no. Yantis has the real. Eti eyen some media wa de bia ya meka say electoral commission wo answer no dem do this me I don't trust the electoral commission and for some time now the kind of appointment of my paying and Azan Kwakubu do ayebu electoral commission as well no majority of them obukwa MPP cards yet they do makoto do munga baso to me sans them we be no a chance say this year. Then confirming to some of us the doubt in the people are on a point of view. And yes, the electoral commission through Yabin, electoral commission through Yabin, medium, I disagree totally. Because election is not an event, and yet I have to abandon an election. Election is a process. It is a process not that leading to the day event, it's not well done. The event by itself cannot be done right. It is the electoral commission, to me, calculated. But unfortunately, you say, everyone took a double of Ruby. I don't want so kind to show. I say, okay, you're not a football. But the main country and this, I'm a local say, I'm not in that home. Because what the electoral commission is doing, to me, I have doubt in my mind. It's not a fair play that he's trying to do.
Prof, where the answer na bewie na yeja akwan mu akro no. And I know that mami kasa, that's what can say, me ba media accreditation no so.